Rules and conventions of academic writing. The student's writing seems sincere and emotional, which makes it appealing. The author shares their views with peers, and it is easy to identify with the writer's concerns regarding style and grammar. Academic writing is characterized by certain rules and conventions, and students need to follow these rules. These are quite evident issues the student has to address. The writer uses contractions that are not allowed in academic writing, and the choice of words is also debatable. Some of the words, such as damn, are not appropriate for an academic paper. At that, the major issue of the essay in question is the lack of coherence. The author does not provide a clear thesis statement, and it is hard to follow when reading the paper. It can be recommended to balance the author's emotions and adherence to academic writing standards. Nevertheless, the problems can be addressed if the student is hardworking and diligent during their studies. The third comment related to the absence of a thesis statement is likely to be rather common. This comment means that the student did not express the subject matter of their paper in the final sentence of their introduction. Without this sentence, it can be difficult to follow the essay and even understand the point the writer is trying to make. It is critical to make the reader prepared to consume the paper as a whole and each argument in particular. The second comment to be discussed is the final one. Students often provide general statements without supporting them with any evidence. The provision of an example makes general statements relevant in the paper. The writer must provide an idea with the help of a general statement and explain it with the help of specific examples. Who am I as a student? It's not where you start from, but where you end up. White man burden. White man burden first appears in the U.S. because while the country, in general, saw itself as a white nation, it contained a great number of black people. Discourse community Facebook. Now this social media is widespread, donating that people outside the community are familiar with it, assuming that this community represents a vast part of the community. Argument essay. Western imperialism caused great grief to all countries that were affected by it. The negative effects of imperialism are largely absent from Western literature. One of the discoveries I made regarding writing is the way it affects my way of thinking. I believe I have improved my writing skills considerably during the course, and I have also become a better speaker. I now choose words more carefully and try to be as coherent as possible. I understand that having a good structure is an important feature of an effective paper. Having a structure is similar to having a frame for a good canvas with a comprehensible masterpiece. I now start with a brief plan to make sure that I have a clear idea and specific arguments for investing. I am now aware of the value of evidence and being specific as well. I always try to provide details to illustrate my points, which makes my stories more valid. I believe my writing skills improved and made me a better thinker and speaker. I would give 2 pieces of advice to students starting the course: listen and practice. Being attentive during discussions and paying attention to details is critical as it can help in developing writing skills. It is also pivotal to practice a lot, even if papers seem worthless at times. Students should practice to achieve good results and start writing effective essays. The practice encompasses self-analysis and revision because it is important to look at one's mistakes and correct them. Only such revisions can help in preventing any mistakes in the future. Of course, writers should not lose patience, as being calm and concentrated is necessary for good writing.